Good day, I'm Christina Betpi Madalang, the leader of the Group 1. In this presentation, we'll discuss the assassination of Antonio Halili. Before we dive into the main content, here's a quick overview of this presentation. In the essentials, the first one is the brief facts, key evidence discovered, timeline of the investigation, and the current status. The second one is the investigative techniques, forensic approaches available at the time, witness interviews and their reliability, physical evidence collections and preservation, and lastly, the legal jurisdiction, legal framework governing the investigation, and the statute of limitations consideration. So first, the brief facts. Under this is the victim details, location and date, and circumstances. Antonio Cando Halili was a Filipino politician who served as mayor of Tanauan, Batangas. He became controversial for his tough and anti-drug stance, notably parading alleged drug offenders in public. On July 2, 2018, during a flag-raising ceremony, he was assassinated by a single gunshot to the chest, reportedly from a high-powered rifle. The shooter escaped, and the motives for the killing include his anti-drugs campaign, political rivalries, and possible land or business disputes.
A video of the assassination of former Tanawan City Mayor Mr. Antonio Halili was posted on social media, revealing a single gunshot and screaming by the authorities. Authorities believe at least 3 people are involved in the crime. After ballistic examination, Chief Superintendent Edward Carranza at the time says that a 5.6mm bullet was used in the assassination. A 5.6mm bullet is commonly used in an M4 or an M16 rifle. The distance between the gunman and Mayor Antonio Halili was initially reported to be 160 meters far, but later on it was established to be 76.8 meters far. CCTV footage revealed a white car owned by a suspected gunman parked near a gasoline station, and the man emerged from the car. CCTV footage also showed the car driving back and forth at the Memorial Park. The police investigated possible motives involving Halili's controversial campaign against drugs during his tenure as a mayor, but no suspects are publicly named or apprehended.
Timeline of investigation. July 2, 2018, Mayor Halili was shot during the Monday flag ceremony in front of City Hall employees. It was just one sniper shot and he died shortly after. July 3 to 5, 2018, right after the shooting, police checked the CCTV and studied the bullet spot to figure out where the shot came from and what kind of gun was used. July to December 2018, the National Bureau of Investigation joined the case. Some believe it was politically motivated, while others link it to drug-related issues because of Halili's campaign against illegal drugs. From 2019 until now, there's still no suspect or major update. The case remains unsolved and open, but it has not moved forward much.
For the current status, Antonio Halili, the mayor of Tanman City in the Philippines, was assassinated by a sniper during a flag ceremony on July 2, 2018. Known for his tough anti-crime stance and controversial Walk of Shame campaign, and his killing remains unsolved. Investigations have considered various motives, including his anti-drug efforts and alleged drug links. In 2024, a congressional hearing revealed a claim that a police major and Brown about involvement in the killing, but no arrests have been made. Authorities believe that at least 3 people were involved.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrea Margaret, and this is my part in our unsolved case of Antonio Halili assassination. For forensic approaches available at the time, we have banalistic analysis, autopsy and medical examination, crime scene reenactment, collection of physical evidence, and witnesses' testimonies and surveillance footage. First, we have ballistic analysis. This is conducted ballistics examination to determine the type of firearm that we use in victim. Autopsy and medical examination. This is forensic pathologists perform an autopsy of Mayor Halili's body to determine the cause of death. Crime scene reenactment to understand the dynamics of shooting. Investigators conducted investigation to crime scene. Collection of physical evidence. The scene of the crime operatives or SOCO team collected their evidence to find the suspect. Witness and testimony surveillance footage. There's the investigator gathered testimonies from the witness presence during the flag ceremony and review the CCTV footage. Use of forensic laboratories is such as those operated by PNP Crime Laboratory and the National Bureau of Investigation to involve in analyzing collected evidence to find who is the suspect or identify the suspect of Antonio Halili's case.
Former Tanawan City Mayor Joanna Villamor reported hearing a gunshot before the national anthem ended. Mayor Antonio Halili was found holding his chest and the panicked crowd began to scamper. Tanawan City Hall employees initially thought that the sound was from a firecracker only, but the mayor staggered and fell to the ground. Most employees ran inside the City Hall for protection as more gunshots followed. The mayor was rushed in the hospital but was pronounced dead upon arrival. The gunman was positioned on an elevated grassy area for camouflage, approximately 150 meters away from the victim.
Physical evidence collection preservation. One bullet was recovered which the police tested to know what gun it came from and possibly connect to a person. They monitored the security cameras, but they did not see the shooter or the origin of the shot. The autopsy revealed that Halili was indeed shot from afar, probably a sniper with the angle of bullet entry. Someone was there and witnessed it when it occurred, but since it happened so fast and unexpectedly, their accounts did not quite tell the same thing or were extremely unclear.
In Antonio Halili's case, the revised penal code is important because it explains the punishment for serious crimes like murder. According to the law, murder happens when someone is killed on purpose, and there are extra factors like treachery, which means the attack was sudden or sneaky, and the victim didn't have a chance to defend themselves. Before someone can be charged with murder, there has to be a preliminary investigation. This means the police and the investigators collect evidence like physical items from the scene and statement from the witnesses. All of this helps decide if there's enough proof to file charges. In the end, the strength of the case depends a lot on how believable the witnesses and how solid the evidence is.
Mayor Antonio Halili of Tanawan City, Batangas was killed on July 2, 2018 during a flag ceremony. The case remains unsolved until now. No one has been officially responsible. In evaluating the legal framework surrounding this case, one essential consideration is the statute of limitation under Philippine law. Based on the revised Penal Code of the Philippines, Act No. 3815, crimes have specific prescription periods, which determine how long the government has to prosecute a criminal offense after it has been committed or discovered. Since Antonio Halili's killing happened in 2018 and it's currently 2025, only 7 years have passed. So the case remains within the legal period for the prosecution. Although the case of Mayor Antonio Halili remains unsolved, it's still legally viable under the Philippines Statute of Limitations. If law enforcement discover new evidence or identify a suspect, prosecution can still move forward until 2038.
The assassination of Mayor Antonio Halili remained a stark reminder of the complexity surrounding crime, politics, and justice in the Philippines. Despite years of investigation, the case remains unresolved, leaving many questions unanswered and highlighting the ongoing challenges in addressing violence and accountability. As we reflect on this case, we are reminded of the need for transparency, truth, and a justice system that serves all. Thank you for listening.